welcome to Oklahoma to Go. Missed me? It's been a couple of weeks, but now I'm back and better than ever. So let's get started with the August 27th episode of Oklahoma to Go. First up, we have a special session looming after the court struck down a cigarette fee that was passed later in the session by our legislature. Basically, the legislature put down a fee that the court is now saying was a tax and could not be brought up on the last week of session. What that means now is our legislature has to meet back up for a special session to be able to fund the agencies that should have been funded by this fee, such as, the Department of Human Services. So legislators are now facing increasing pressure from the public to fund these affected agencies by redistributing the funds everywhere else, because they're already lacking and it's going to get only more difficult. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Now, health insurance has been a problem nationally. However, Oklahoma is one of the first states looking at fixing this problem through an ambitious new proposal called reinsurance. How this works is the Affordable Care Act offers a provision that gives states the flexibility to reuse the federal money in different ways. So how does that work? Let me try to explain it as simply as I can. Basically, healthcare costs go up because unexpected hospital bills and procedures are often eaten up by the healthcare insurers. So in order to cover these additional costs, insurers, they raise premiums, which makes life difficult for Oklahomans. Now, with this new plan, instead of increasing the federal subsidies to pay for the premiums, what they do is they pay for these unexpected health costs on the insurers. So by paying these costs for the insurers and capping how much they pay for their own expenses, that should lower the premiums on Oklahomans. What that means is, by lowering the premiums on Oklahomans, that should also increase more insurers to join the marketplace on healthcare.gov. They originally left because of these increasing costs of healthcare. So by bringing in more insurers to healthcare.gov, that should also in theory bring in more Oklahomans to be insured through them. So to recap, by lowering premiums, by paying the out-of-pocket or unexpected costs to insurers, that should allow more insurers to join the marketplace and then would get more people insured by the marketplace. It is a very ambitious proposal, but it is one of the first nationally being brought up using this waiver that is allowed by the Affordable Care Act. We will see going forward how that's going to affect, but a lot are saying that there is a possibility of dropping premiums by up to 30% if this works. Lastly, state licensing has been an issue in Oklahoma with the overregulation of several different industries. In 2016, Governor Fallin called for a task force to look at these licensing issues. In fact, just August 23rd, they held a meeting publicly to get feedback on how to improve the licensing system, because basically it provides a roadblock for people trying to get into certain industries and certain occupations. Hopefully, by removing some of these regulations, it'll make it a lot easier to get these jobs and hopefully improving the economy. I will keep you up to date on this as it develops. That's all I have for you today. If you have questions, feel free to email me. Once again, my name is Roland.